fiery dragons bite back and fly high. Back to the land of dawn we go for game number 2 of Aura Esports against Onic.
Land of Dawn, here we go.
Welcome
with
to
the
Mobile
dragons'
Legends.
wings clipped. Will they be able to withstand the pressure from the Sky Kings? Let's see what will Gugun do on this Martis. Again, very, very rare this season to see a Martis in the jungle. Will he be able to pull it off?
I speculate this would be a quite tough early game for Kyrie to play with the Nolan, especially you have the tanks up in the Yuzong and the Martis as well, just kind of like out-damages you in the early game.
Yeah. In the clear department as well, though, the Nolan should still have an advantage. That's one of the strengths of this Nolan. Really, really fast clear. And let's take a look at the emblems here. So far, still very, very classic, but Kabuki, ooh, interesting choice here. Inspire and the Festival of Blood. Trying to out-sustain Onic, something that we were talking about. The Nolan is going to have a tough time, especially with the sustained aura already have without the Festival of Blood on Kabuki. Now with the Festival of Blood, he's going to have a better time. And Gugun on this Martis. You're right, Donnie. We haven't seen this pick a lot, and I think for Gugun especially, this is the first time in Season 13 that we see him on it. And it's on an Impure Rage, which is another interesting choice to go for. So I believe it does look like Gugun wants to go for a full utility build, a full tank build maybe. Maybe the most he can do with some damage would be a Fury Hammer, and then he will just play purely to be the sandbag and maybe to execute when Onic get low.
For Onic though, Lutpi up top, under pressure for 3 members. Yaoi could get caught, but he's fine. Fine and dandy, because the kill pressure early on from Onic with the Ruby and Nolan is quite strong, especially that Nolan able to get level 4. They're eyeing towards this top lane. Sans is there to back them up. Turtle spawn, this could be the next menu for both teams. They march their way towards the turtle pit.
Here's a future problem thought, right, for Aura. Do you think that this composition has enough wave clear here? I don't see, apart from Harris, but let's see in mid-push, Yaoi will be forced to use the flicker early. Now, Gugun will find the first neutral objective. Good Petrify will force Lupin to use the flicker, but Keyboy will be caught in the first blood. This time, Aura will find the first blood.
First blood for Gugun, and they get the turtle as well. So that's a net win for Aura to try to take charge and control of this early game.
Does seem like Aura are trying to fight fire with fire. A big problem in their comp would be, yes, that wave clear, but you won't need wave clear if you're winning in the early game and snowballing, if you're the ones being proactive on the map. That was what they were lacking in game number 1, and at this point, they're just trying to beat Onic at that game of the early game snowball. Onic, on the other hand, has taken a step back from the Brody, from that snowballing composition to now a bit of a safer comp with that late game insurance on the Claude. So for Onic, it's a bit more of, let's wait for that mid game, for that power spike to hit on our Claude, and then we will take the fights. In the early game, we won't commit as much, and that's why we saw an instant disengage from Onic. Only 1 member picked off, and the rest acted on it. Just gave Keyboy up for the sacrifice.
This composition does kind of like, looks to excel and snowball in the early to mid game later on. So yeah, the wave clear might not be as relevant because you have every potential lead. Oh, Keyboy is able to dodge Yaoi. A little taunt there, but all is good. They're trying to contest this purple buff in the hands of Aura. And now how does Fredrin approach this? But a kick from Keyboy towards Keyboy.
It was deflected earlier, but Keyboy, with his dexterity, was able to find the flicker and out of that sticky situation.
It's a lot of confidence from Keyboy in the series, especially in the first game. Now to the second game, he's been able to just maneuver so freely around the map.
Very different approach here. CW actually with the first item, Corrosion Scythe. Knows that he won't be in the lane too much. He actually wants to participate in these team fights, knowing that the Corrosion Scythe build basically is for the additional utility in the early game. Let's see how CW takes this, because there's no lane swap for now. They want to go for it.
Way of Dragon already committed. Oh, Gugun will secure the second neutral objective. Oh, good Petrify on towards Kyrie. The damage will come through. 1 HP run with the lifesteal secures it. And now our Aura, they are looking for more potentially here in the bottom side of the map. Shaman 4 is invested, but it seems like Onic, they will not commit more here. They will just back away. Aura, still looking for potential angle with Gugun also in the vicinity. 3v2, 4v2, potentially with the diversion play. The
Diversion.
Onic looking for backup with Sans now, joining the fray. But it seems like Aura, they just want the turret.
Yaoi's able to look for the proactive plays and the pressure as well, just him shadowing his carries, trying to just let them shove in the wave and get the tower, or the turret rather. It's able to just bait out the players of Onic and their diversion, from Sans especially.
Yeah, another win for Aura because they got the turtle and a kill. They traded a turret as well, good conversion, but Onic still were able to find ways to nullify the early snowball from being a big one, right? It's still just a 1,000 gold lead. This can build up again for Aura if they continuously just look for these fights, and if Yaoi is able to find those big picks again. But if Onic stay at this kind of stalemate, with it only being a 1k gold lead, it's going to be super, super valuable for Onic. Again, their power spikes are going to hit a bit later, and Aura, that threat that Gani mentioned in the later stage where their wave clear isn't too good, will come back to bite them if they don't get this big lead fast.
I feel like Onic is so good at trying to just keep up and stabilize this lead. Aran in the bush. He's spotted out. They could engage on him.
Whoa! Smells around. He smells a dragon. Now he is flying with the Black Dragon from Blazing Duet invested.
The
with the help of Yaoi. Wave Dragon as well. Now CW will be the first one to fall alongside Terry. Good recovery as Keyboy will fall as well. Good comeback here by Aura. They are not messing around in the second game.
Aran is the embodiment of the dragon. 2 dragons, 3 dragons even, letting Aran win that fight and prolong it for backup to come.
Goosebumps 1v4. Aran won it with the help of the Angela. Wow, man, don't give this guy the Charisma. Give him damage dealers, man. Give him playmaking heroes, because my goodness, what was that?
Wow, he was able to just kind of survive that little gank, that little skirmish, that little pickoff that Onic was looking towards him. The diversion play was there. He was trapped in no man's land. And the hard guard though, you gotta give props to Yeskiel as well for saving Aran in that scenario. But the backup from Aura was also too good. CW can be stuck here.
Oh no, we have Dragon committed now with
Diversion.
the cover of Keyboy. Look, P and Sans with the teleportation. But it seems like another structure in the top side will fall. Onic has no anti-region. That's why Yu Zong and Angela just wreaks havoc against composition, against Onic's composition as of now.
Yeah, I mean, only the Fredrin has it down in his ice now, and Lutpi hasn't been really active around the map. He's been now getting more game time around the map with the help of diversion, but he was actually the one trading on the other side previously, and now it does get very, very tough for Onic. Aura have been able to build up a 2.2k gold lead, and with the consistency of how Yaoi finds these picks, Onic are going to have to work some overtime shifts here to try to work out where Yaoi is, how to go in, because even CW with the Purify, Aura's got those timers down to a T. They timed it really, really well, catching CW up top earlier as well. And if it continues, again, just baiting out these Purifiers will be very, very valuable for Aura, because we were talking about how Claude was the safer pick compared to Brody. If that Purify is burnt out, he's actually a riskier pick than the Brody, because he doesn't have the early game that Brody does to withstand a lot of these initiations from Aura.
This Claude, of course, kind of like high risk, high reward. I mean, it is lower risk compared to the Brody, but then again, like what Mirko explained, the Claude does not really excel when it does not really, reach that power spike it is longing for. Now, Lord is kick-started by Aura. This could lure Onic inside. Keyboy with the conceal. They might go for this.
Now when Forrest committed, look P. Now you see him, now you don't. No, Keyboy now will be the next target. Flickers is not going to save him much. Arando will secure the kill. Secures the Mega. 7-0 for Aura this game. Such a crazy series.
Deja vu. It's like the first game, but this time the tables have turned. It's Aura, the driver's seat, and Aran taking charge. 7 kills, and he has 4 kills to his name.
4-0-3, and Keyboy can't really soak in any damage. He already has a Dreadnought armor, but that's definitely not enough. Not now, at least. CW is still quite far away. Actually, it's quite closer to Golden Staff, but again, it might be too late because if you take a look at the Harith, Divine Glaive built up. So he chose to go for the Divine Glaive instead of the usual Holy Crystal as the third item. And now, if he gets that Holy Crystal, the Fredre won't even be able to tank it up. He still has Dominance Ice. Okay, so the Ruby, Keyboy is actually gone for the Athena, so he wants to try to soak in some of that damage from Kabuki, but still, I don't think Kabuki will be targeting him. He'll be looking for the other members or even just the turrets as of right now. 4.4k gold lead, utilizing the gold lead really well. Aura on it with a good defense, but the more map pressure the Aura have, the less and less that threat of that wave clear will have on Aura, and Aura can just completely control the map with that Cho.
It has been very hard for Ludpi to just maneuver in the team fights. I mean, with the Fredrin XP, he's very limited to his options. He's trying to soak up the damage, but the damage from Aura has just been immense. Yawi looking for another pick.
Ooh, cancel.
Yeah, this might be a mistake by Yawi. Onic responds very well now. Gogun will run for the hills as Onic, they will reclaim the purple. And Onic finally gets the first kill on the board.
Oh,
diversion play! Instantly adding one to the board again.
Aran evaporates. There is damage from Onic when they're ganged up as 4, and Aran does not have the regen with the hard guard. So that is their window frame to just take down this big dragon.
And that's the best possible target that Onic could actually hope for. A shutdown. The only guy with a bounty. They get that shutdown. Was that on Sans? No, it was actually on Keyboy. So, the shutdown was great. The target was great. But the fact that Keyboy got the gold, it makes it not as worth it. Still very valuable, though, for Onic because they are able to withstand this early to mid onslaught from Aura. But yeah, Aura needs to be a little bit more clinical when it comes to those initiations, when it comes to those pickoffs, because one small mistake could lead up to a lot of mistakes, knowing that the Lo Yi can put on crazy flanks around the map.
Yawi constantly looking for the pickoffs, but sometimes it just bites him from the back because Onic is just more than prepared. I mean, there were a lot of disengages from them, and then they would turn the tides around and just re-engage back towards Yawi. So Yawi needs to be careful on which pickoffs he wanna look for, because sure, sometimes he can fly from behind, he can look for the important pickoffs, maybe towards CW, but then CW might step too far. He's fine. All good, because he has the BMI. Now, of course, towards the Lord they go. This could be another brawl for the Lord.
It seems like Onic, they will have the arsenal to contest this enhanced Lord. Top side still in favor of Aura, though. And Onic, they will take their time as well to find the right angle to set up.
And CW has already hit his power spike now. He already has the 3 items, the Golden Staff, the DHS, and the Corrosion. And he's just finished that Melphic Roar. Meanwhile, for Kabuki, another big power spike for him too as he finished up the Holy Crystal. 4th item in his arsenal with the Divine Glaive already built up. Onic will have to be very, very careful as to how they initiate. Because if Yawi catches them, Kabuki will delete him.
See, it seems like topside CW will be sent, but Ludpi, the first one to fall now. Keyboy looking for a position. Gugun secures the Lord. Let's take a look at CW now with the BMI back. Will not be able to find anyone. It's a 1-4. No, it's a 2-4-0 for Aura.
Onic sent CW up top with the diversion and the BMI to come back because he was trying to split push. He was trying to get the side lanes going, but the fight was just engaged by Aura, so there was no damage from Onic to try to withstand that front line from Aura. So Onic again conceding the Lord, conceding the kills towards Ludpi.
Again, well played by Yawi, finding the clinical initiation, knowing that Harith has hit his power spike, not just the Divine Glaive, also the Holy Crystal to delete anyone. So he can choose whoever he wants. Meanwhile, hold up. That's a Nolan sent to the back by the diversion. Oh, again, this is a tough spot to be in for the Nolan too, though, because if he chooses Kabuki, I don't think he can assassinate him. Can he assassinate Aran? I don't think so.
A lot commit on towards Aran, that's for sure. And Onic, this is why I feel like Onic, they will feel okay-ish during defense. They have a very good high ground. They have Claude, they have Lo Yi that can definitely just clear wave fast.
But at least they're using this diversion to its maximum. I mean, they're looking for flying angles. They're sending CW up top to split push. So at least they're trying to alleviate extra pressure by Aura. But again, Yaoi is just so confident moving forward.
Oh, Yaoi might be a mistake. Face checking into a 4 Onic members now.
Oh.
Diversion towards the middle.
my God.
Kabuki with the flicker. Oh! The collapse by Onic.
Hard
Now
guard.
hard guard popped as well, but Kyrie will not
Wow.
survive the fight.
Kabuki.
Now Onic looking to reposition. No immortality for Keyboard Lippy. Taken down as well as Iran, the dragon, collects the double.
Saving Private Kabuki. He gets jumped on. He gets engaged upon. But the hard guard was so clutch. And Kabuki now leads the charge towards the crystal.
We might see a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Aura, they did it in leg 1. They might do it again in leg 2. Sans and TW looking to clear, waiting for Kyrie and Keyboy. 12 seconds. Will it be enough? Aura looking to jump on towards Sans, flickers away. CW with a blazing duet will not be
Crystal.
able to defend as Aura. The Red Dragons force a game 3.
The Red Dragons take flight. They're able to burst their fire again. And the Sky Kings humbled. They have to get ready for game number 3.
What a performance by Aura in Game 2. It was a statement by Onic in Game 1, and the Dragons have recovered. Onic took the 4v5, and it's so poetic how in this game, every time